And I went to over 50 real estate meetups. I was wearing a suit. I was bringing my business cards. And this is why networking is so important and getting in the rooms. And y'all already know, because that's why y'all in this room. Y'all EYLU, y'all the RP earners, right? And I end up meeting a broker who'd been in the business for 30 years. She was old enough to be my grandmother, but she seen something in me. And she said, I want to help you out. I love your passion, your drive. You remind me of my son. And she connected me to somebody that she knew who was an investor for years. And I showed him this deal, this 2-family brownstone. And he ended up putting up the entire $590,000 up for me. I put no money up out of my pocket, y'all. No money out of my pocket. So when I teach you today how to do no money down commercial real estate, I'm teaching you from my real life. This is not theory. This is things that I've done. And I've done it time and time again. That same property, we put about $40,000 in renovations, not my money at all. Put that same property on the market, sold it for $1.2 million. I made 6 figures in real estate, my very first deal. 25 years old, $157,000 check net to my pocket, y'all. And from that, I went and bought more properties and bought another property. Now I start speeding. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, you know how I be. So as soon as you get some money, just imagine 25 years old, $157,000. I'm on top of the world. Now I'm going to buy every single property under the sun because I got the money, I got the system, I got the credit. But then it's one thing to manage 4 properties. It's another thing to manage 40 properties. So now I got 40 properties and I'm getting phone calls midnight. Who owns real estate right now? If you currently own real estate, like residential real estate, put me in the chat. Put me in the chat if you currently own residential real estate. So then you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So those of you that own real estate right now, who get those phone calls midnight talking about, oh, the kitchen sink is leaking and the toilets is clogged, or the tenants upstairs is too loud and they making noise and I can't sleep. Oh, I can't pay my rent because you gotta come here and fix this kitchen cabinet. Like, put me in the chat if you dealt with that. If you dealt with that. Even if you have property management, you still got to get the phone calls because you got to make the decision. It still go to you. I had property management, but guess what? When my property manager get the phone call that there's a pipe that burst because it's so cold outside. 2 years ago, remember it was freezing outside in New York. And I got properties in Pennsylvania, but when you in these areas so cold, the pipes freeze. Now it bursts. And now you don't got water inside the property that's inhabitable. Now I got to go in there and spend $10,000, $15,000. I'm like, damn, I'm looking at my bottom line like I'm not making the same money. It don't look the same. Like, it sounds cool to be like, oh, I got $2,000 cash flow on this property. But what happens when you got to go and, replace plumbing? What happens when you have to evict somebody or they move out? Now you got to go in there and renovate the entire unit all over again. Put a new kitchen in there if they didn't tear it up. If you get what I'm talking about, put me in the chat. And I'm not knocking residential real estate because I've done it. It has helped me to get to where I am today. But now with the experience, I found something better where I'm now able to make money in real estate with no tenants, no trash, no toilets. So I'm just making more money in real estate, still get the appreciation, the equity, the tax advantages, but I don't got to deal with property management calling me saying that this person is in the hallways and they're a nuisance, or, the kitchen sink is clogged, the bathroom is leaking, and now we got a high water bill. So I'm like, damn, this was in 2020, right? And then I start having tenants that was not paying me rent because I was buying properties in low income areas. How many of us buying properties in Cleveland and Detroit and Milwaukee, right? That was me. I got properties in Milwaukee, I got properties in Cleveland, properties in Pennsylvania, because I'm getting all this cash flow and buying cheap. But when you buy in low income areas, the work environment, the workforce is volatile. So when COVID happened and so many people got laid off, well, the tenants can't pay me because they're money tight. And I can't evict them because there's an eviction ban where you can't evict your tenants for monetary reasons. So now I'm stuck with the mortgage. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Everybody gonna sell you a dream. I'm gonna be straightforward. I'm gonna tell you the pros and cons. Yes, I made money in real estate up until 2020, where I got high debt because I got mortgages, and I thought I was good because I was cash flowing until I'm not cash flowing no more and I can't evict nobody. But just because I can't evict you because you're not paying me, I'm still responsible for the taxes. I'm still responsible for the water. I'm still responsible for maintenance. And now I'm in a negative, y'all. I'm like, I'm in a negative. My bottom line not looking the same. So I started selling off some of my properties to liquidate. I'm like, I got to pivot here. And at this time, 2020, 2021, the market was sky high. People was paying 20, 30,000 over asking price. It was crazy. So I was getting top dollar offers, right? And there was this one property in particular, it was a 2-family. And I had a buyer who was offering me $20,000 more than what I was asking, but he wanted me to deliver the property to him vacant. But I had a tenant in it that wasn't paying. So I went to that tenant. I said, yo, listen, I'm going to give you cash for keys, which means I'll give you $2,000. I don't care what you owe me. Keep it. I just need you out. He said, bet. All right, I'm out. So I gave him the $2,000. He just wanted me to put his items in a storage unit for 90 days while he transitioned. I said, say less. I got you, right? Everybody put say less in the chat. I got to get you out because I'm trying to get the bag. But through every obstacle, there's always an opportunity. Through every obstacle, there's always an opportunity. So when I thought that I was drowning, when I thought I was trying to work my way through this real estate business, here comes self-storage. So now that I'm going through getting him a storage unit, I start scratching my head like, damn, like, why? I need to be in this business because every single unit in my area was sold out. Everything, there was a waiting list. Everything was at full capacity. So I said, how were these units at full capacity? There's a waiting list, but I can't even get money out of my tenants. And that's when I started YouTubing, Googling, doing my research. You know, I paid $50,000. I joined this mastermind and I learned this entirely new world of self-storage. And I purchased my first self-storage facility with the money that I sold that property with. I used it, and that was my down payment towards my first facility, an 88-unit facility that was 3 years ago. Now I own over 540 units, and I'm going to show y'all this stuff. Like, I don't just talk about, I'm going to show you, but I'm sharing this so y'all can understand why I'm qualified to speak to you and why you want to get into the self-storage business, because now you're able to make money in real estate without the hassle of tenants, trash, and toilets. How many of y'all want to make money in real estate without the hassle of tenants, trash, and toilets? Put me in the comments or the chat. Like, put me, if you're anything like me, put me in the chat if you want to do that. Like, I'm just keeping it 100 with you, all right? So let me get back to the presentation.